Hello, freak bitches. I'm supposed to ask you about Johnny Gill, who thought he could beat Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh yeah, man. Wow. How do you know about that?
Somebody told me.
Wow. How'd you know about that one, man?
I think it was Tom Segura told me that.
That was one of the days when that's back when Oscar was still fighting too. That's what made me really angry. Like, Oscar was whipping somebody's ass, and I'm sitting next to a balladeer. I respect you. You're a good singer and all that, but don't point to no fighter and go, I could whip him. I don't want to hear that, man.
He really said that?
Vehemently, man. It jumped up. I'm the fact that you brought it up, it ain't like I'm snitching. I told him, if I ever see you and Oscar in the same room, making sure that Oscar knows that you feel that way. I want to be there. I'm making sure he knows that you, a balladeer, crooner, said that you could whip him. Yeah, man. To me, that was the highest insult of the highest level, man. You make your money with roses flying in the air and all that, singing. You gonna look at a fighter and talk about I could whip him? Come on, man. He needs to know that. He needs to know you feel that way. I did it with Mike Tyson. When Rough House used to talk shit. Oh yeah, blah, do this and that to Mike, blah. So one day we were all together and I was like, Mike, this dude told me he could whip your ass, man. He tells me all the time. Why don't you tell Mike what you be telling me?
Wow.
Watched him turn into Kool-Aid in his chair.
What did he say to Mike?
He didn't say nothing to Mike.
I meant the other
That's
Mike
like
Tyson.
He didn't say nothing
being
to Mike.
alone
That was
in
my
a
whole
room.
point. I mean, you probably have encountered it before. I've been in the hood. I've been in the barbershop sometime, and I got to tell folks, man, they be like, yo, man, because Mike, Mike nothing, man. What do you work for UPS, right? Don't bring up Mike's name, son. Stop it. Bring up another truck driver. Because I'll take you down to Gleason's right now and pick out any heavyweight, somebody who you've never seen on TV, and he'll make you call him the greatest. Stop it, man. You're not a fighter. You don't do what this guy does. Respect what he does. That's like him jumping behind the wheel of your truck trying to beat you on your route. It's not going to happen.
I'm going to park this 18.
It's not going to happen, man.
Thing where dudes get delusional about their ability to kick ass. It's a weird
Johnny
thing,
Gill, he
man.
really thought back in the day, I don't know, maybe he's more mature.
But what did he
now.
think? He just think that
He felt
Oscar
that
De La Hoya was getting
he could beat
lucky?
Oscar. He felt he was more powerful, faster. I was like, but you never boxed before. Has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about being a man. I was like,
What?
what do you think they're doing, man? What are you talking about, man? These boys is fighting, man.
Charlie,
Talking about being a man. These boys are trying to
Talking
knock
about
each
being
other's
a
heads
man.
off.
Talking about being a man. That's a dude that doesn't understand what an 8-week camp is like. An 8-week
Now,
training
he was
camp,
buffed. At that
running up
time,
the
that's when
Big
he
Bear.
was. I think he was working out with Barry Bonds, and he had a little cut on and everything. I was like, those muscles don't translate to a win, brother.
People
It
get
translates to best in show at a bodybuilding contest. Not that you're gonna win the fight. And if you look at real fighters, they don't have the chiseled body like G.I. Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Anderson Silva.
Yeah. Look at his body. Look normal, man.
Yeah.
And look what happens when those dudes come in with the G.I. Joe kick.
The classic ballet stand.
The problem with
yeah.
all that muscle is it needs fuel.
Yep.
You gotta feed that. So you're only good for about 30 seconds, 20 seconds. A full fury when you're all big like that. The guy can hang on to you. It's like riding a bull, But the bull's
you
like
burn
that
out.
real bad endurance.
Then you burn
You
out.
just ride
You
them
got
until
them
they
big
wear themselves
buff
out.
arms. They fill up with blood.
Yeah. Then they
get
can't
heavy.
move.
They get heavy.
It's crazy. You watch, there's a guy named Mariusz Pudzianowski, world's strongest man, does those crazy fucking things where they throw the beer bottles in the air and lift up
Right,
cars
right,
and
right.
shit. That strongman shit. Yeah. He's won it a bunch of times, and he just started doing MMA, and he gets fucked up by fat
Right.
dudes.
He's not throwing
Right.
the big keg. He's throwing something with punches and kicks coming
Yeah,
off.
Tim Sylvia beat the fuck out of that boy.
Wow.
He had that dude purple. That guy
Purple
was
in his
purple
eye,
as fuck.
exactly.
Tim
Yeah.
Sylvia was like, "How dare you? I was a fucking 2-time heavyweight champion or more, maybe. I don't know. Either way, he's a fucking world UFC heavyweight champion."
Right.
And you think that you can pick up a car so you can kick his ass? It was like a slow, methodical ass kicking by
Right.
an overweight guy, essentially. A guy with a
Car's
big
not
gut.
moving. The car's not moving. The car's not,
Yeah.
doing techniques on you.
But if they can get you in those first 15 seconds, you could have a real big fucking problem. Because for
But
15 seconds,
those guys get street people. Like,
yeah,
damn, that guy who could throw a car goes to the supermarket and you get an argument with him, he could probably throw you, across the meat section and
yeah,
break your back or something. You won't expect it. Wow, this guy
Yeah.
flew me across the meat section. But you ain't an MMA fighter. You know, you ain't a boxer. You ain't whatever. Any kind of professional athlete, whatever profession he's in, respect it. Don't disrespect.
Now you're thinking
straight up.
Now you got me thinking about fights in supermarkets.
Yeah.
Thinking, dude, yeah, man. There's no weight classes in supermarkets.
No way.
I remember a few years ago, this dude was talking about jumping on. Was one of the running backs, and I asked him, "Yeah, we're the same size physically." I was like, "You really think you could beat that guy?" He's like, "We're the same size." I said, "Yeah, but I've seen him run over 5 guys his size. I never seen you run over nothing. You have a hard time going up the steps. You mess with this boy." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're the same size, but you ain't the same thing, man. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
people don't understand a super athlete.
Yeah,
they don't understand
man.
until
That's why we have the ability to buck our eyes, to express that. To express that when you get surprised, oh shit!
Oh my God!
You know,
Wait,
when I didn't mean it.
I wasn't practicing.
Exactly.
yeah, you can't hang out with dudes that talk shit.
Nope.
Talk shit
I
about
don't hang
how
out
they'd
with
fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's
Those guys are useless.
But now, and then I'm telling you, if you come around me and talking about who you could whip, because a lot of my friends are fighters, and I see them in the room, I'm just letting them know how you feel.